Hey there and welcome back to the channel. It's Bryson with Times for Dollars here, and in today's hunt we have another 2 boxes of pennies. Hunt number 66 coming up. Boxes 137 and 138. I went ahead and popped the top of this first box just to see if it's circulated, and we got a nice amount of circulation going on there. We even have a wheat cent ender, and it's date showing, so we actually know what it is. It's going to be a 1945 out of Denver, so that's a really nice nice start to the hunt. Hopefully there's more to come. But I'll flip this box over, check for any more, and we'll get started. Well, very first roll, and we're off to a really good start. We have our first wheat cent, and this one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we have another wheat cent, and it's going to be another 50s find, a 1951 out of San Francisco. Roll 5, and wheat cent number 3 is going to be a 1957 from Denver. Just a few rolls later now, and we have wheat cent number 4, and it's going to be another 1957 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we've got another wheat cent. This one has some really nice detail to it, 1958 out of Denver. And that reverse is looking nice too. Very next roll again, and we have another 50s wheat cent, 1955 from San Francisco. Roll number 12, and we got 2 more wheat cents here. The first one is going to be our first from the 40s, 1945 Philadelphia. Our other wheat cent is back here, and that one's going to be a 1958 Denver. Roll number 14, and we may have an oldie here. We got this wheat cent with not a lot of detail left on it, especially in the wheat stalks. So hopefully it's something old, and hopefully it's something we need for the book. And it appears we're spot on with it being old, 1919 out of Philadelphia. That is a nice looking coin. I don't think we need it for the book. Generally Philadelphia is a more common mint, but either way that might be an upgrader. Some really nice detail on it. Wheat cent number 9 though. And we're only 14 rolls in, so hopefully we can find some more nice finds. 2 rolls later, and we just hit wheat cent number 10. This one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. Very next roll, and we've got 2 more wheat cents. One up front is going to be a 1949 from San Francisco. And the other wheat cent is back here. And this one's going to be a 1945, also from San Francisco. Roll number 22, and this wheat cent's in really rough shape, but I was able to make out a date. It's 1940 from San Francisco. Very next roll, and we have another 40s wheat cent, a 1945 out of San Francisco. Roll 28, and wheat cent number 15 of the hunt is going to be a 1957 from Denver. Very next roll, and we got 2 more finds here. We have a wheat cent from 1952 out of Denver, and we also have our first old Canadian cent, 1963, which is going to be the Younghead portrait. Roll number 32, and we have that wheat cent ender that we noticed at the start of the hunt, and it is confirmed to be a 1945 out of Denver. That being said, we also have a second wheat cent back here in the roll. And this one's going to be a 1952 from San Francisco. Roll number 35, and we have a 1946 this time, out of Denver. Roll number 40, and we have a 50s wheat cent, a 1952 from San Francisco. Roll 44, and we have another wheat cent. This one's from the 50s, and it's in pretty nice shape, 1958 out of Denver. 1 roll left to go in box 1, and we have a fantastic find here. I've never seen one of these before. We have a foreign proof, 1971 from Canada, and this looks like it was just broken out of a set. It's in fantastic shape. That is awesome. Let's look at the obverse. And the obverse is looking pretty nice too. That is a fantastic find for sure. I'll be very careful on handling that. Add it up there to the board, and we got 1 roll left to go in box 1. Well, box 1 down now, and it was definitely a good box. We got a total of 21 wheat cents, along with that proof. Lots of nice finds, definitely above average, so hopefully we can continue on to box number 2. We do have one wheat cent ender right there. It is reverse showing though, so we won't know till we get to it. But that'll be roll number 16, and let's get started on roll number 1. Roll number 3 of box 2, and we have 2 wheat cents. Our first one is going to be a 1955 from Denver, and the second one is going to be back here. And that one's going to be a 1957 from Denver. Very next roll, and we have not 1, not 2, but 3 wheat cents. First one's going to be a 1940 from Philadelphia. But take a look at this second one. That's in pretty nice shape. And that one's going to be a 1954 from San Francisco. I don't know if we have one that nice in the book, so be excited to see if it's going to be an upgrader. Let's move on to wheat cent number 3 back here. And that one's going to be a 1958 from Denver. Roll number 8, and we have another pre-40s find here. It's a 30s wheat cent, 1936 Philadelphia. I'll be checking that for any doubling on the obverse, and if there is, I'll definitely be bringing you back. Otherwise, we still have 42 rolls left to go. Roll number 13, and we have an older Canadian cent here. It's got King George VI on the obverse, so you know it's going to be old. Let's see what the date is. Alright, that one's going to be 1942. Very next roll, and we got 2 more finds. We have another older Canadian cent, but this time it's only going to be a young head cent from 1963. We also have another wheat cent, 1958 from Denver. Roll number 16 had that wheat cent ender roll, so we got it all laid out here now. Reverse showing. Take your guesses at what the date's going to be. I'll flip it in 3, 2, 1. Alright, and that's going to be a 1946 from Denver. Pretty nice shape for something that old. Another really nice addition on the hunt. Roll 22, and we're going to have 2 more wheat cents here. First one is going to be a 1941 from Denver. Pretty nice detail, but there is some wax on it. Or something that looks like wax. But a really nice coin overall. Other wheat cent's going to be back here. And this one's going to be a 1944 from Philadelphia. Roll 24, the second box, and we have another pre-40s. This one's going to be a 1937 out of San Francisco. Roll 27, and we got 2 more finds here. First off, we have an oddity. We have a Lincoln cent here with 2 holes punched in it. It's in really bad shape. So I'm just going to toss it back. But I thought I'd take a minute to take a look at it. We also got a wheat penny, a 1957 from Denver. Very next roll, and we have another 50s wheat cent, a 1951 from San Francisco. Roll 32, and we have another old Canadian cent, 1943 this time, and that's a 43 copper. If only it was US, that would have been really cool. But either way, another nice old foreign coin for the collection. I will definitely be taking that. That's 2 King Georges and 1 hunt now. Roll 39, and we have 2 more wheat cents in this roll. First one's going to be a really rough one, barely even legible, but it is going to be a 1958 from Denver. Other wheat cent is back here. And that one's going to be a 1957 Philadelphia. Roll number 43, and we have another oldie here. This one's going to be a 1930 from Philadelphia. And that's going to be our third 30s wheat cent of the hunt. 4 rolls from the end, and we have 2 more finds. We have another old Canadian cent, 1955 this time. That's going to be a Laureate Portrait or Young head cent. We also have another wheat cent, a 1956 from Philadelphia. 1 roll from the end of the hunt, and we got a surprise oldie here. Wasn't expecting to find another one, but here we have a 1928 Philadelphia. That's a nice looking coin. We'll have to see if it upgrades the album. But either way, that's our 5th pre-40s find. And we got 1 roll left to go. Well, it's going to wrap up today's hunt, so we're back with a wrap up now. And we got a lot of nice finds. We got 60 Esmond Memorial cents, along with 17 Canadian cents, and a bunch of them were really good ones. We have a 1963 here, another 1963, 1955, all young heads, and we had 2 King George VI with a 1943 and a 1942. We also found a 1971 proof in really nice shape. Moving on, we got 14 shiny copper cents, and some of these are in really nice shape too, especially the 68 San Franciscos. We also got a lot of 50s wheat cents, 24 in total, along with 10 from the 40s, and a bunch of the 30s, 20s, and teens. We have a 1937 San Francisco, 1936 Philadelphia, 1930 Philadelphia, 1928 Philadelphia, and a 1919 Philadelphia. And while all these oldies are really nice and really nice finds in their own right, unfortunately none of them are going to be upgrades or new additions. We have some really nice ones in the books already, and I forgot just how nice the 1928 Philadelphia is from a few hunts ago. So unfortunately no new additions, no new upgrades, but through 66 hunts now, 138 boxes, we remain at 232 spots filled. So anyways, I want to thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.